everybody, Friday again, here we are, 2 o'clock, and tile number 526. So, what are we at and what are we doing so far? Okay, pen, pencil, tortillon ready. I've got coloured pencils lying around, all sorts of things as you will expect, I suppose. And yeah, tile, I've used a white tile and I've inked it with a little bit of blue and yellow. Nothing really in terms of why I've chose those colours. I thought I'll just do it for a change. I tend to go for orange and pink a lot, and I think, well, I thought, do you know what, I'll give this a go and see how it works. So I'm going to go with the blue at the bottom, not that it really matters. And coming in with my pencil, because I want to put myself a few little lines in. So, okay, hi everybody. Oh, Glenys, that piece of artwork you've just put on Facebook today is beautiful with that pen. Beautiful, just got to say that. So, okay, I'm going to put myself little marks. So, kind of split it into 3 a little bit. Just let me draw these in. Now, I'm doing it in pencil because you're not going to sort of see all of it when it's finished, okay? So, let's put this rectangle in. Now, notice I've not gone to the edges. Okay, like so. And I'm going to do another one here. Alright. Okay. And sort of put the edges in like that. So I've got that kind of a thing. Alright. And I'm going to focus on this top bit to start with. So let's go in and have a look at that. Alright. So I'm just doing that top bit there. Sticking with my pencil. Sort of imagine halfway. I'm going to come just a little bit over from halfway. So there's halfway, look. And there's where I'm going to be. I'm going to put myself a little bit of kind of an ovally shape in there. Like so. Don't mind if it comes over a bit. See, it's kind of on its side. Like that. Okay. And then, let's have a look. I'm going to put myself a little line here. And a line there. And then I'm going to do something similar down here. So a little bit of a wave like that. Okay, what is this? So let's go across the top here. And I'm going to put like a little wave like that. Okay. Alright, let's see what we can do with this then. Alright, I'm going to put myself a couple of little triangles on here. Yeah, and then let's do a thicker line there, look. Do another one there. And if we look at it this way around, it just makes life a bit easier. Let's give it a little bit of a nose, a little bit of a... There you could have it smiling if you like, but it's most definitely asleep. Okay? And then looking at this bit here, I'm going to sort of bring this out a little bit. And then on the bottom, it's going to be kind of a little bit of a loop, see? Just make some little lines at the bottom there. Look at that. Now let's look at this one. So we're going to have something similar at the bottom there, like a little bit of a paw, a little bit of a curve look. And have some lines in. And let's bring this up to the top there, like so. Look. So, this bit here, let's have a look. So, I might actually make that a bit bigger yet, but until you've put everything in, you never know, do you? You never fully know. So, let's do a little bit of a wobbly line like this. So, it's coming a little bit further down, see? Bit of an angle. Put that little shape on the bottom again. And then that's going to kind of sort of come up and go that way. Let's put some little lines on there, okay? And I think I am going to make this a little bit taller there, okay? Again, until you actually put the legs on, you're never quite sure. Let's get rid of those bits as well. Okay, there you are. Okay, so this last little bit here, I'm going to bring its tail down. Up and around there, and that can kind of join to it. Okay. So here I'm going to put its little bit of a body in. So of course, you know, you can only see the 3 legs there. The other one's wandered away somewhere. It's around the back. It's lying on it or something. There we go. We want our little feline to sit there like so. Okay. So next little bit then. Are we ready for this? Okay. So what I do is I wonder whether to put that straight in with pen. I think before we do that though, I'm going to put myself a little ring there. So I've got it in place. Yeah, happy with that. Let's draw this bit in with pen. Okay, the ears are going to sort of come over the top of the head a little bit there. Okay, bring that in. Now as you're coming down this side, rather than sort of drawing the oval, we're going to just sort of put some little lines, you see, so it gives a little bit of an impression of fur there. Yeah, this guy's really fast asleep. Yeah. Bring this down here and then around, and when I come to these, see, I can just sort of do that little shape like that. And again, a little bit of wobbly line. So down here, this one. And in, you see, we're sort of doing those little curves, and then here, let's just put some little lines in. This little belly. Okay. And this little bit here, again, just sort of little wobbly lines, just sort of give the impression there's a bit of fur going on there. Alright. Tail. Now you can have the tail any way you like. You can have it completely flat, or and here, look, it's going to sort of come along here. I'm going to make that a little bit shorter, I think. There you go, so it sort of fits in there. There he is. Okay, let's have a look at him in context. Okay, so just underneath here then, I'm going to put myself another, like a little C, a little bit backwards on there. I'm going to bring that back in. There you are, look. And then I can draw the rest of that bit in. Okay, and on the bottom here, I'm going to give it a little bit of a, just a little key shape. Like that. Just holding it in his hand there. Okay, let's go back out again. So back to pencil for a minute. First things first, let's have a look at this bit here. I'm going to put a bit of a rectangle on here, but it's going to be a little bit sort of slanted. Yeah. Okay, come back to that in a short while. And on this side, I'm going to have a little bit of a curve here. Not too big, because what we want to do is turn it into like a little bottle on its side. It's got a bit of a neck look and a bit of an opening there. And then of course we can put a little label on it. I'll come back to that in a bit. Just going to rub that line out there. Yeah. I think in the background we can have another one of those little shapes where it looks like it's been knocked a little bit. Like that. Okay. So what's going on underneath here then? Okay, let's have a look. I want to have a little kind of box here. So that's why we've drawn the cat in, because we want this to go straight across. It's going to be obviously behind the cat, but sometimes it's easy to draw it this way. And then let's have a little line across the top, so splitting this little box off. And then here we're going to have like a little curved shape at the bottom there. And this is where our little keyhole's going to go. So I wonder what that key's for. Okay. So if you need to, you can always get rid of any lines that you don't need. Just keeps it neat. And I'm coming back to that in a bit, just putting the basics in for now. So I'm going to have here, let's put a little oval shape, not too big. And then another one, but make this a little bit smaller. And then we're going to put ears, one there, little nose. You see where this is going? Little tail. Okay, so let's put these things in now with a pen. So if I start with the bottle, let's give that a little bit of a going around there. And up to there. So it's quite a small label, so you can't really put much on. So I'm going to imagine, you know, that you've got it going all the way around. So I'm going to put the end of the cat, the T there, and then I'm going to start with an N there. So maybe it's a bit of catnip, hence the cat. So it's perhaps got a little bit crazy and then decided to sleep it off. Okay, a few little drops coming out still maybe. And then let's do our little mouse underneath. Put those ears in first. Next bit of the head. Not forgetting the tail. With a wavy line. And then a couple of little eyes. I'm going to keep it quite small, obviously. There he is. And let's get this little treasure chest in. I'm going to put that one in as I'm going. And then, of course, the little keyhole. And let's put the top section in there. I'm going to put that bit in. Okay. So what I can do is I'm going to come in here and put some little, like, you know, when you get on the old suitcases, those little extra sort of reinforcement bits. Let's put them in. Alright. And what's going on with these rectangles then? They're actually, it looks like there's been a little bit of a crazy sort of thing going on, because these are pictures on the wall. So let's put a little frame inside. And into that one. And I'm going to put some little angles on there like that. And you see, let's have a little bit of a top there. So this is where it was kind of hung up. So let's have a look at this. Let's put some little hills in the background there maybe. Yeah. Some little trees. Trees look lines and little V's on either side, look. Let's go a bit closer with that, because it's quite small, see? Little V's. Hardly, you know, getting smaller and smaller. So maybe it's a little bit of a landscape. So something similar on this one. Let's put that in first. Let's drop that in. Now, if you would rather use a straight edge for this, that's fine. You can do that. Sometimes it's nice to go a little bit crazy, isn't it? And not worry about straight edges. And again, it's going to sort of come up here and go down there. So this time, let's have a look. We could do a little bit of a, oh, I'm going to do it this way, a line maybe with a bit of a on there. And maybe sort of a little triangle look with a little sail. And some little lines. It's a little bit of a ship sailing away. Look at that. Let's have a little look at this. Okay. So let's put this sort of shelf in. So I'm going to come back in with that straight edge, because I do want that to be straight. And just making sure you're not covering or going over any of that cat there. And sort of draw that in there. Okay, I'm going to put those in. And that one. Okay. There's a bit of a story going on here, isn't there? What's going on? What's happened? So I'm going to put myself a little line either side of those. Just to neaten that up a bit. And then let's have a look at this here. I'm going to go back to pencil for a minute. So I want to make sure that everything's fitting in there. Let's go out a little bit. So, okay. I'm going to put, shall I do it that side or this side? I'm going to do it this, oh, decisions to make. No, I'm going to do it this side. I'm going to put myself a little, like a vase in here at the bottom, look. So it's kind of a little bit wider at the top than it is at the bottom. And then if I put myself some little bubbles, let's have one there, look. See what I see. I don't want to go over that now because, of course, I've drawn that in pen. One there, look. We could do, could have one maybe hanging down, like so. And then one sort of up here. That gives me that because, of course, then we can work out where these are going to sort of sit in the vase. And on this shelf, I think it'd be nice to have some little bits and pieces. So let's put in another bottle. You see, it's kind of a curve at the top. Put a little top on and a little handle there. Let's put in a line and some bubbles maybe. I'm coming back with that in pen in a short while. And this one here, another little jar. So again, you can kind of curve those edges at the top there. A little bit of a handle or a lid. Stopper, look. Could have a part label on that. And then here at the end, I'm going to put one so it looks like it's kind of falling off the edge of the shelf there. Again, just a little bottle. In its place there. And down in this section here, I'm going to start with right at the bottom there. Bit of a rectangle. Now I don't want to make these too small because I want to put some words into these. Let's put one there. Okay, again, doing books and boxes, it's always nice to have them at funny angles. See that one, look, it's like it is actually falling. Let's go a bit wider. Okay, and then let's have another one here, look in front of the shelf. So you can see how the mouse has got up there. So where did the mouse come from? Well, it's come from, let's have a look. So I'm going to put myself a little bit of a edge there. And let's put a little mouse hole there, look. Yeah. Okay, let's get this in pen. So starting with my flowers, let's go a little bit bigger. Let's put a little bobble in the middle there. Let's do that in all. Now, when I say the middle, you don't always want them all in the middle. So you see, I've kind of moved them around a bit. And then I'm going to go top and bottom. And then I'll probably get another 2 in there, look, and 2 in there. And because I've not put all of these in the middle, it means that they're going to kind of be facing in different directions. See, so this one, look, is going to be smaller than that one, but I'm fine with that. But these are going to be quite big, so I'm going to put 3 in there. See, so split it in the middle, one either side. And same here, look. So again, I'm going to go that way, and then I'm going to fill the gaps in. If you can fit them, and put a little line in each one. Just gives it a little bit of interest there. Same with those. You can curve them a bit if you want to. Just gives it that little idea that they're moving. And let's put this one in first. I've got a bit of a stem and a couple of little leaves, little lines up. Let's do a couple more, look. And then another one here. Little leaves. You're not going to get massive amounts in. It just sort of gives it a bit of interest there, doesn't it? And here, look. Let's get a leaf in there and one in there. That's why we've drawn them first, because you see how that one's just gone over that pot there? Or our vase. Well, that's fine now, because when we draw that in, I'm actually going to put a couple of little lines on that. Okay, so in this one, I can fill it with some little bubbles. And then this one, I'm going to put some like little crosses in there. Gives it a bit of a pattern. Okay, let's have a look at these little bottles then. Let's put those in. Now this one I'm going to fill with lines going this way. Looks like it's got a little bit of a grip there on the handle. It's going to sit there. Of course, we've got a little bit of a line, so it's got something in it. And let's put some little bubbles in there. Who knows what's in there? And then similar sort of thing, look. So, see, that's a bit of a curve because I've put a little piece on the top. And just as before, let's put some lines on there. Little marks there. And then, of course, let's come back up and round and put that little label in. Okay, this one, look. I'm going to kind of keep that one square. But I'm still going to put those lines on the top and a little bit of a highlight maybe there, look. Alright, boxes in then. So again, if you would rather, you can always come in and use a straight edge. Shall I do that? I think I'm going to do that. So let's put those in. They don't have to be perfect rectangles, they can just be a little bit wavy if you want them to be. And the top end's in there. Let's put this one in. And see, that kind of goes all the way across. And that one all the way to the bottom. And I am going to turn it round and I'm going to put in, let's just make sure I've got it, that bottom bit there. See where it's got a bit of ground? And I might as well put in that shelf now. All the bits I can see, of course. It's going to there, goes across. Stops there, look. Same with this one. So I've got that bottom piece in. Draw that in. Okay. So let's put that in. Mouse hole. And of course, if I put that in a little bit thicker there, fill that in. I can always have a little doorknob in there. Okay, let's give it a little bit of a wood grain kind of doorway. Let's have a little look at that. Okay, looks like something's happened here, doesn't it? A little bit of a crime scene, maybe. All right. Who knows? Who knows? Let's get rid of those pencil lines now. Okay. So let's have a look at these little sort of steps or books. So I'm just going to join that one there. What we're going to have here. I'm going to go with, I'm going to keep it quite thin. Being that we've got cats and things. Catnip. Recipes. Can I get it in? How am I going to get that in? Yes. Catnip recipes. So what would the next one be? Let's have a look. Now, if you're not sure and you think, oh, I'm not really, if I can get that in, do it in pencil first. So you can decide whether it's the right size. So here we are, pest control, that one. Okay, just going to get that in. So this one, I'm going to go, let's have a look, go in a little bit more so you can see it, if I can. There we go. Who done it? But I'm going to spell it like that. Who done it? question mark. And then this one, let's go for locks. Maybe somebody's looking at how to actually unlock something. Locks. Right, let's get that in now. Pen in again. And next one. Sort of, you know, just use it as a guide. If you go over a bit, you can rub those pencil lines out. That's fine. And see, that O is quite close to that H, so you might find it moves a little bit into there. And then this one. Let's put that one in. Okay. You see, we've got some drops here. I'm going to sort of add a few more in. And we want it to kind of pool down here. You see, it looks a little bit like, and then off down the side. All right, let's have a look. Okay, let's get rid of any pencil now that we don't need. What on earth has gone on here? And so looking at my little shelves, I'm going to turn it this way and I'm going to put some little wavy dot dash lines on there. Giving a little bit of an impression that it's a little bit of wood grain. Don't want to go too sort of many at all, just keep it nice and light. Same with this one. Oh, didn't quite get those pencil lines off there. To that way. And sort of wandering around. Okay. Sort of them hidden floating shells, aren't they? But I think what I will do, I'm going to come in with pencil. I'm going to sort of give it a little bit of a sort of a stand there. So we're going to have one there as well. And then underneath. Okay. So that just means that we can sort of see it is a shelf and it is being held up. We've got a little bit underneath there, a little bit there. Yeah, a bit of rubber there. Let's move that. So here we could just put kind of an X on it. Who knows what that is? I'm going to put some little dots on top there. Got my mouse in place. A little bit of colour. So okay, let's get a touch of colour on. Before I do, I'm just going to get rid of those bits of bubbles around those flowers. Okay, so let's come in with the cat first. I've got a little bit of teak here, so I'm going to give it a little bit. And now when you're colouring in and you're trying to do sort of animals, we're not going to go over the top with it, just having a little bit. But you see, it's more kind of flicks to create a little bit of fur rather than actually trying to colour it in fully. You see, just little hints of colour. So I don't know if anybody's got a cat. You could colour it in whatever colour you wanted to do. So see, just sort of little flicks in there. Definitely asleep, isn't he, this guy? Okay, so I'm going to bring my regular pencil in as well and add a little bit of that in. I'm just going to sort of merge it a little bit. A little bit under there, look. Just sort of round little spaces. And then Tortillon. I mean, it's not going to move the pencil underneath, but what it is going to do is it's going to give you a little bit of softness and get a little bit of shading in some of those areas, sort of over the top of that pencil. Right. Okay. So I'm going to put a little bit, I think, on the mouse and a little bit on the flowers. So my mouse, a little bit of light rose. And just to bring a bit in there. We just want to sort of see where this little guy is. And I'm going to bring a touch of, let's see if I've got it yet, my mid-rose. Oh, touch of mid-rose, just giving it a little bit of shadow underneath there. There you are. Oh, cute, isn't he? And then let's have a look at these flowers. I'm going to use that mid-rose in the middle. Put like a little bit there. See, not much, just a little bit. If I come back in with that light rose. Again, I'm going to try and leave a little bit, if I can, as a little bit of a highlight. And being that I've got like a yellow colour here, I'm going to bring in my light orange. Just sort of give those a touch of colour. Just kind of wicks it in with the background then. I think I'll bring a bit of orange in there, so my clementine. Let's do it. Add a touch of darkness, you know, around the middle. They're so small though, you don't really need a lot of colour in there to do that. Touch of green. Let's go with my sunny green here. And again, because I've got a little bit of blue in the background, it's going to help with that, so I don't need to really blend it or anything. I've got those in place. And then I'm going to go with blue for the vase. So here we go, deep sea blue, mid sea blue. Let's use the deep colour first. I'm not going to try and colour individual bits in. I'm just going to put that dark around the edge. And bring some of that lighter towards the middle. I'm going to bring a little bit of my summer sky in there. I don't really need to put any white in. It's sort of giving me the highlight without me having to do that there, so that's fine. Maybe a touch more of the dark on the edges. Okay, so I think the lock or the key needs a little bit of colour. Let's just make sure that we can see that. There it is. And a bit of mahogany in for a little bit of that in there. Looks more like red wine. Okay. Oh, I think I need to put a little bit of dot and dash lines on those, so it gives us the shelf. Let's have a little look at this. Okay, back to regular pencil then, and I'm going to have a little bit sort of inside my frames, just a little bit around the edge, just on those little mitres there. Same with this one. I mean, if you draw the colour all this in, you can do that if you want. And see a little bit on the top of the shelf there. I'm going to put a little bit inside the bottle as well, a little bit underneath, look. And a bit in the bottle there. Same with those. And again, a little bit on top. A little bit underneath. Of course, my little suitcase. Got a little bit of something there, and that side, and a little bit underneath. And then my little books. Just a little bit on both sides. A little bit in the foreground. Put my mouse there. Okay, Tortillon. Oh, just sort of, now there's not anything here that's really large, so you only need little touches of your Tortillon as you go. So don't get too carried away with it. We just want to give it a little bit of shading there. Okay, there's the bottle. So I'm just working my way down. Softening those lines off a little bit. See, let's do a little bit there, look. You see, sort of bringing it down the back of the shelves there. sort of giving this a bit of shape. I wonder what's in this that the mouse wants. Okay. And a little bit there, look. Most of it now I can sort of do with my Tortillon anyway, because there's so much graphite on there. You don't really need to add any more. So, see, that's just sort of on the back wall there. And then if we soften off top and bottom there. And again, so you can use colour for all of this if you want. I just want to give it a little bit of a different effect by shading some with pencil and keeping some with colour. Okay, so in there, I think I'm just going to bring a little bit of, see, I've got a lot of kind of pinks and reds there, so I'm going to just bring a little bit of blue in on there, so you know we can tell it's a bit of sea. And so, you know, so it doesn't hurt putting a little bit in, a little bit of green for the hills there. Might put a bit of green in there. But the beauty of it is, see, I don't have to actually really colour it in because I've done it with the shading. Let's give it a little bit. Let's give it a little bit of a colour on the door as well. There you go. So, okay, make of this what you will. Whatever story you come up with. But there's a few clues in there, a few things that are going on. But there you go. There's our tile for today, number 526. So have a bit of fun with this. Enjoy. Perhaps you know a cat who sleeps like that a lot. Maybe you want to do it a full black cat. Or maybe you want to just sort of do a bit of shading on it and leave it as it is. But either way, enjoy. Have fun with it. And have a lovely weekend. And I will catch you all at some point next week. Take care, everybody. Stay safe. See you soon. Bye.